Today's Mob Rules episode 80 is brought to you by the 40K Obscenity Cutting Kiosks, helping you improve your games by improving your language. When you're at a convention or tournament, look for 40 Cocks and get ready to be filled by 40 Cocks' entire load of vocabulary knowledge. It might seem hard, it might seem too much, but don't get choked up. Just let 40 Cocks loosen your mouth so you can say what you really mean.
It is, 5 attempts to read that intro until I gave up and gave it to Dave.
That's what your mom said?
Wait,
what? No?
She has the most experience with 40 cocks of any woman I've ever met. So,
some of the feedback we got was the dick jokes did reduce. So
we're a little soft on the dick jokes, if you will.
Yeah. Much like your mom, we increased our load of dicks.
Okay.
We were hard up on the dicks.
Oh. Now let's not blow on raw at all at the beginning here, Danny. Come on.
Sorry.
We gotta work them in.
Yeah, we got to go there. So yeah, the Mob Rules episode 80. Welcome one, welcome all. My name is John, joined as always by
Danny
and Dave.
Yeah, sure. Fight over which order that goes in.
I was moving a piece of paper.
Dave was distracted.
Looking
I was
at
trying
my
to
next copy.
Like a fucking cat.
Gonna go in, and I was like, huh?
And I guess we're gonna get up to today. We're gonna be answering some really burning questions I came up with for you guys to answer, and I'm very excited about. And then also probably just talking about what we've been doing. It's kind of been after what feels like 17 years of solid weekly releases, there's been like a slight 40K gap.
Yeah.
Which has both been welcoming to my wallet and sad to my wallet at the same time, because the stuff they released for Sigmar was amazing.
I'm ready to fill that gap with some hobby.
Fuck yeah.
Some hard hobby.
Some hard hobby. Some hard hobbying.
Oh man, there's an ad there for filling that gap with my hobby.
Ooh, Zappa gap.
With my Zappa gap. But Dave, what you been up to?
I have been in the process of moving my hobby stuff because it's it really sucks because I thought I bought all of the same size cabinets to replace everything that I was moving. I found out I did not, and then the wife found out how much hobby shit I actually own when it didn't fit in the new stuff.
Oh yeah, you got to move your hobby stuff when your wife's not home.
Covertly.
Yeah.
I tried. She showed back up. Like the 11-year-old was carrying down 4 boxes of 40K, the full size, like the Dark Imperium sized boxes that I have full of loose models and all sorts of shit because I've accumulated them. She was like, I'm carrying these down the stairs, and I just hear this, what the fuck? And I went, oh no,
I've been made.
Oh no. So I gotta get rid of some of that, and that's not including the shit that's sitting on my actual desk upstairs. So but I built a new recording desk for $7.
It looks cool, dude.
Yeah, that turned out really nice.
$5 countertop, 2 $1 cabinets from Habitat for Humanity. Perfect.
So wait, was some humanity denied cabinets because of your cabinet lust?
I don't know.
There's some dude in some hurricane ravaged town who's 2 cabinets short of his perfect
I have
kitchen.
To stack my plates on the countertop because I have no cabinets.
I don't feel bad.
Okay, yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Hashtag Dave.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it.
I bought a box of easy to build intercessors.
Nice.
Because one of my 3-year-old nephews I bought a box of it for the five color challenge because I needed that one specific model out of it. So I had the other 2. So I built them without guns for him to play with. And he freaking loves them. And then he was telling his other 3-year-old cousin how much he enjoyed playing with his guys and Uncle Dave gave him. And so he told me that he needed a set of guys as well. So now I'm going to build those guys slightly different, but still without guns because I have a really liberal family who sucks.
Shouldn't you be like, hey, maybe your parents should make you enjoy this hobby?
Right? No, I'm getting them now. Right?
I wasn't going to ask you about the guns, Dave, but
I mean, intercessor without guns is about as effective as an intercessor with a gun. Both ways they hold a nice little objective in the backfield.
Fact. So I've got we're gonna build those the next time they're over, make a big deal out of it.
Cool.
And then they're gonna paint them up. So
that sounds awesome, man.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got a game in with Cody. We played 1,000 points. His 1,000 points of the doubles tournament versus my 1,000 points of the doubles tournament. whipped the ever living shit out of me.
Because he had the good half.
Yeah, because as it turns out, a Redemptor, a Repulsor, and 3 5-man aggressor squads and a Death Watch captain trounce 2 Helverins and 2 lieutenants and 15 intercessors, which were really good at holding objectives.
Did
in the
the
back line.
intercessors have guns?
May as well not have.
Did it matter?
It didn't.
No.
Weight of firepower. Well, we had to play a game because he was panicking about the list, like in his part, not mine. His part. He's like, "Do we really want to? I mean, the Repulsor. We should lose the Repulsor." I was like, "We should not lose the Repulsor. That's 3/4 of your firepower."
Did you ever think about playing other people with both half of your lists combined?
We have probably going to do it on August 4th. Actually,
Is that the date of the tournament?
that's the date of the tournament. Yeah.
That's a solid plan. Way to get some practice.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, considering that's only the second game of 40K he's ever played, it was playing against me. It's better than playing against Tyson because it's either going to go one or two ways. You're just going to whip the shit out of Tyson and throw dice at your head, or Tyson's going to whip the shit out of you and throw dice at your head. Yeah,
Either way, you're getting some dice.
Yeah.
I like to spit dice at Tyson. I've done that before. His own dice.
Catch him.
You're like,
throws
I
them at
didn't.
you catch him in your mouth and just spit them back.
He was rolling too good.
I didn't
So
touch them with my
I took
hand.
his dice and I spit them back at him. That's a true story.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Still waiting on that. How to win a tournament segment. And spit out
That's
your
one of-
opponent's dice.
So the key is to be a good sportsman.
Step 1, good sportsman. Step 2, solid list making. Step 3, eat your opponent's dice and spit them at him.
No, I don't want to eat a dice.
Oh, dude, no, but if you ate his dice, they'd be like, what are you going to do? Roll mine? No, fuck you. Go buy some more. You don't have endless credit?
Fantastic.
That and I've been working on some Gene Stealer Cult kill team stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got our super secret kill team and stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's very secret.
It's super secret.
And safe.
And safe. Keep it secret, keep it safe.
So hard not to tell everybody in
It,
the world about
it really
Oh my
is.
God.
And I'm sorry if I'm coming across as a dick if people are asking me specific questions for it. And all I do is copy and paste from GW's community site article. Because we've been given this wonderful gift of early stuff, and we would like that to continue with the upcoming release schedule.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it's nothing but just kill team stuff from now on.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
still
I'm
okay with
I'm
that.
still
because
good with
there's
that.
Another giant box set down the pipe that I'm.
But I'm excited kind of for Kill Team because like I was looking through the book today.
Don't get too excited yet. We got a slight segment on it later.
Oh, we
you
do?
spoil all your hype right
Oh
now.
shit! Okay, well I'll avoid my hype just now, I guess.
Well, in that case, what have you been up to, Danny?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Following the kill team train, I've been working on some Skitarii for Kill Team, which is really cool. And actually, so building the models and like, I'm getting kind of excited about Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know. Damn it. I think that they seem like they're pretty fun. So maybe I'll try playing them a little bit because I got Knights and some Adeptus Mechanicus. It seems fluffy and
I don't think
like-
you can fit knights in a kill team.
I mean,
we'll see.
You can't.
The darkness, the Gene Stealer Cult attacks. Is that a knight? Shit.
One
Turn
Helverin.
1. It's like turn 1. Well, they're all dead.
Well, that was fun.
I would use a Helverin.
Or a
kill team if I
covert
could.
knight, like. Do you hear them coming? No.
What was that? It's just
got
like the
like-
water. It's the water glass from Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
yeah.
Shaking.
He's got like blankets tied around his feet.
But just one.
Just 1 foot, yeah. He lost one early on, and he was like, "Well, fuck it."
I've seen a little bit of salt about how like not everyone was represented. Like there's stupid stuff like knights aren't going to be represented. You're
Right.
not going to have a Helverin or kind of like one of the baby knights even represented there. That's not a fun game.
I don't know, man. I think it could be, depending
For
on.
a special scenario, kind of like remember
Yeah.
Shadow Wars Armageddon,
Yeah,
where you had like your adversary mission and things like that. That would be fun.
Oh, you mean the one where you just absolutely raped Phil?
Oh, and then decided to leave so I didn't completely kill everyone in his gang. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was
sounds
fun
really
as a
fun.
one-off because we knew what we were going in for, right? We knew that was the mission we were doing. Now,
Sure.
if I showed up at like a fun event or something like that for Kill Team and like, oh, here's my knight, I'm like, well, fuck you, and hello, but yeah. But yeah, I guess I stopped. Stop talking about Kill Team right now. Yeah. So Danny, what else?
sorry. Yeah, so I did some basing on a couple of Helverins that I built. I put that on Twitter. I primed them. Ooh. So that's like a lot of hobby progress for me. I usually don't even get that far. Usually I just build stuff. But no, it's a good sign. It's going to the painting stage. I actually need to start working on my army for Battlezone Ursa coming up here in September. So I need to kind of like shit or get off the pot as far as my army composition. I'm either thinking of going like a horde of Eldar models on foot, or some knights and various other Imperial.
Trademark 2017, Danny McDivitt.
I call it the Harla Horde, or
the Harla Horse.
The Harla Horde.
Oh no, the Harla Horse. I think is
Harla
more
Horse.
accurate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or Harleys and Drukaris. Those are my two list names. Anyway,
hers and ders.
Yeah, hers and ders. But we also John and I played in a tournament.
We did.
When was that? Was that last weekend?
That was last weekend.
God,
Yeah,
it seems so long.
so
ago.
long ago.
No, it was 2 weekends.
Was
ago.
it two? Yeah,
it was
2 weeks ago. It was the day after this released.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that went pretty good. I played some tough matches, but I managed to pull it out. So I got first in that tournament, so that was really nice. I played my Nurgle demons with Death Guard allies, which are pretty good. They're still pretty good.
The listeners can't see your face, which is just a huge smile of like just I fucked so
there was
many
no smile in there, believe me.
No,
it was just deadpan.
Yeah.
It's good.
They're pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's fun to have a really tough army with a lot of models, but it's also fun to like not have to move around so many models. So I think I want to move to something with a smaller model count, which puts my
giant Footdar list.
Sound plan. Well, but it's Eldar. At least it's tricky and not like.
When you got some of those movement trays, right? That
Yeah,
you bought
I do
for
have
last
movement
Battlezone
trays.
Ursa.
Yeah, because I ran like a 200 model Tyranid army at that. So
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it's been a fun hobby. It's been a fun week in the hobby for me. I've been able to get some games in. I built a lot of AOS models too, so I've been doing that. Because I'm starting a Nighthaunt's army to steal John's thunder, and
Right along the lines of the Footdar troops. Right?
yeah, right,
Nice.
yeah, Footar. So basically, I'm just copying. You,
I know,
right? Yeah.
I know. Like,
How does that make you feel?
Because you're going to do it better than me. But I started running a Footdar. I think I was talking to you about my Footdar list like 3 years ago. No, 2 years ago. Like right before I did the friendly at LVO a couple years back.
Yeah.
And that's when I ran like 80 guys and used a really scummy Imperial armor thing, so I could have like 16 shuriken catapults, shuriken cannons in there.
It's pretty good.
And then like my lists are evolving into basically just Footdar things. So, yeah. But yeah, I've been Nighthaunt since it was 3 units.
Right. Man, that's OG, dude.
Yeah, OG Nighthaunt. Someone asked me on one of the boards today, how come I own so many Spirit Host? And I'm like, that was literally all I had. I could either do Spirit Host or Hex Wraiths. I didn't like Hex Wraiths. Yeah. So here we are.
Word. So John, how was your week been in the hobby?
Oh man, it's been pretty good. So I got around to starting to paint some of my guys. So I have one of my squads of Dire Avengers kind of painted up there. And then I made travel plans to head up to Fairbanks in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
Oh, right.
So there's going to be a few of us are driving up, making an 8-hour drive.
6.
To take, if you're, an old man like me, an 8-hour drive up north to take part in an ITC tournament that's being run out of Fairbanks by one of the guys up there. Show that community some support. They're always really good about kind of traveling down to our events and our kind of big things down here. So we're gonna travel up there and kind of hopefully wreck face.
Yeah, I can't wait to go up there. I'm gonna just bring my Ursa list from last year and just stomp the ever living crap out of them.
Wasn't last year 7th edition?
No.
For Ursa? No, last year was 8th.
Okay. Good. All right. Because you show up with this list and you're like, you're 500 points short.
Well.
But no, I'm excited for that. So that'll be good fun. I acquired some Dark Eldar.
Nice.
That's not nice.
I like Dark Eldar.
I know you do. You're good at the game.
Well, I got it to be better at the game because I too played in that kind of tournament we're talking about with Danny. There's a 16-player Rogue Trader tournament out at Tier 1 in Anchorage. And
through the ITC missions and stuff.
For the ITC championship missions.
Through the battle, the Best Coast pairings app.
Man, I got a plug coming later for that. You're all good. But I ran basically my Footdar again where I had kind of... I think 54 Dire Avengers, kind of, and it was like a storm of, like, I have the storm, so I had like the 6 units of Dire Avengers kind of like circling out around this core group of like a Farseer and Azerman and an Autarch. So all of these guys were like fearless. They all had a 4-up and vulnerable. They all rerolled 1, so they were pretty much wiping out quite a lot. And on top of that, I had like a couple of Wraith fighters as well. And for the first time, I put in some Fire Dragons, which weren't in my previous lists, but man, they did work. I web-wigated them, dropped them down.
Nice.
And like I said, they really... And the fun thing for me was like one of my games, my opponent was like, and we were playing for a pretty high position at this point. I was like, oh, what do these guys do? And I'm like, this is 9 Meltaguns. And it's like, oh, okay. But something that like throughout that tournament that kept happening to me was I would go to use a stratagem and someone would be like, or I would go to do something and they would use a stratagem that just fucked me over totally. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. I mean, there's like a Nurgle one. So I had like my Warlock left with 1 wound. My Warlock's pretty much there to protect an Azerman and keep him on like a really good invuln. And he used a stratagem to auto blow up one of his tanks and do 1 mortal wound to everything within like 7 inches of him. So I'm like, oh, well, fuck, Warlock's dead. He only had 1 wound left. And like I had 1 Fire Dragon left in the backfield who I used a command point to, you know, stop him from running away so I could kind of stay in the back there with that Meltagun. And then the same thing happened again. And, excuse me. And I just kind of kept on being dicked over by stratagems. And it was about...
You thought you'd join them then?
Yeah, so it was about this time that like everyone started bitching about Agents of Vect, and I'm like, what's so bad about Agents of Vect? I'm like, oh man, for 3 command points on a 2+, you pretty much just mean they can't use that stratagem. I'm like, oh okay, and then I started like cheapest, Dark Eldar, Patrol, and yeah, so I kind of took out a squad of the Dire Avengers and added in a patrol of Dark Eldar, who I call my Agents of Vect because they're there to sit on the backfield on 1 objective and give me access to Agents of Vect. So I can kind of stop that.
Still works kind of fluffy. They still kind of work together, so it makes sense.
Yeah, they still kind of work together while also staying far away,
right?
And kind of doing their own shit in the corner. But we're going to see how that goes. We have another tournament coming up this weekend. And we're going to, like I say, we'll see how that does with the changes there. Because like I said, I dropped a few dice, shall we say, to kind of fit that in there. But I think against a lot of the better lists, it's going to really help me out to be able to kind of nullify someone's strategy. Because there's a few armies we have up here that kind of completely rely on stratagems. Mm-hmm. And taking that kind of crutch away kind of fucks them over hardcore.
That's why I don't rely on stratagems when I'm playing the game, except for orbital or Auspex scan. But if they cancel that, then whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm excited for that. And I ended up second in that tournament. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just remember that part. Yeah. So I too went 3-0 and went under. So both me and Danny were the only undefeated people that day. But I did not score nearly as high points as Danny did.
Yeah, John did really good. I was really proud of you, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So I was looking at the games and I was looking at the points values and everything else. And John had finished his games and he was 3-0. And there were there were 6 of you that were like 3-0 or something like that going into that last.
There was only 4 of us.
4 of us?
Yeah.
So you beat yours. And yeah, so it came down to where if the guy that Danny was playing won, but only scored 19 or less, then you actually took first.
Right. Or if Danny won, but only won with 11 points. Or something.
Danny would have had to have won with only 7 points.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Again,
I was like, that's not going to happen. If Danny wins, Danny wins.
No.
But if the other guy only scoring 19 was actually a possibility.
If it was a draw.
Yeah, or if it was a draw.
Yeah.
I was just like, the one time I play how you can fucking draw Danny.
He
draws all the goddamn time when he's playing like Rickards or other people like that, but no.
Well, he was playing somebody good. I was actually sitting at home praying for you to lose, Danny.
Oh, that's okay.
Not to be a dick, but I was like, oh man, how awesome would it be?
No, it was really cool that John had a shot there.
Yeah,
really
and it's like, and I've for a couple of years it's kind of been like lower mid table kind of placings and things like that. But the past like couple months, I've really kind of put an effort and I kind of worked at it. And I think I was saying like to Danny, I was saying to you like afterwards, Danny, that like after like a game of like or a day of competitive Warhammer, like I'm fucking done. I'm drained.
Pretty tired usually.
Like my brain is just like, because I'm sitting there being like, at the start of every turn, I'm like, okay, move Azerman, Are all dire Avengers within 6 inches of Azerman? Yes. Okay, move. And it's like almost like a computer kind of like C++ code where like go to next line, go to next line, go to next line. And it's just, it's very, very draining. But it was a lot of fun. Played it through really great games. My third game was against Gary and his Death Guard, where like I think the average toughness was like 19 on each of his things.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, and it was gross. And like, of course, I had a little bit of addition fatigue when I forgot that flamers could hit planes. So when I fly my Wraith Fighters up, and then they get spewed on, I'm like, oh shit.
Those flamers hurt.
Yeah, but luckily his dice were bad on that one.
Good.
Well, you can't
And
blame
then
dice.
I had 2 wounds left at the end of the game on one Wraith Fighter. And he did 2 wounds to the Wraith Fighter, and then I made one of my Spirit Stone rolls. So I had one plane left over with 1 wound, who I then moved far away from everything else.
As they can, yeah.
And I'm like, your watch is over now. You're done. But yeah, like I said, it was a nice couple weeks. Like I too, like Danny, I did like a ton of Age of Sigmar stuff as want to do right now with all of that cool stuff out there. I accidentally completely assembled the Mortarch of Grief. Which is like 75,000 spindly layered pieces. So we'll see how that goes with that. Very stressed.
Can't wait for you to paint that.
It might be a gray color scheme. I'm done. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing either of the lists that Danny and I did run at our ITC event last week, both of us uploaded our lists on the Best Coast Pairing app, and you can find it under Anchorage ITC tournament, I believe. And that was the Warhammer 40K ITC monthly in Anchorage, Alaska on June 30th. And you can see Danny's disgusting Nurgle list I thankfully avoided, and my probably actually pretty disgusting Eldar list, which is they're pretty bad. Thanks for the help with mine, Danny.
Dude, I'm the best. I took first place at another tournament.
First off, stop with the thunder and lightning. You don't impress me. And second, let me check out the BCP
For
rankings.
sure, yeah, no, I was going to mention that.
And I don't see you on there.
What?
Your TO needs to download the Best Coast Pairings app and run events on it. After the event, the results are uploaded into BCP rankings, and the best part, it's easy and free.
But I play multiple game system.
No big deal. The BCP app can be used for any game. A ton of events every weekend are using it, from major international tournaments to local stores. And now that it's available on Android devices, you're going to have some serious competition.
There can be only one.
BCP Rankings is a fun and exciting way to measure how you or your team stack up. No matter what you play, your score goes to an overall ranking, or compete to be the best in a game, a circuit, a region, or the world.
Download the app or visit www.bestcoastpairings.com for more info.
Best Coast Pairings.
Are you the best?
But yeah, so we are going to move on. So a little Q&A session here. I dreamt this up the other night after I was kind of sitting reading really bad 40K questions. It was kind of inspired by DECA, and then I went on to a site called Quora, which is just general question asking, and it kind of went from there. So this is going to be like a question for everyone. Listeners at home, if you want to let us know your answers to these as well, please feel free.
Yeah.
But first, we're going to start off with an easy one here. Can Space Marines swim?
I mean, sorry, Dave, do you want to answer this first? Or do you want me to answer?
Well, as the resident Space Marine guru.
Okay, sure.
Yes, Space Marines.
Danny's just like, I just got like 5 Space Marine armies. It's fine.
I think I've had 7 or 8 at this point. But lore-wise and factual, I still suck at it. That's insane. Yes, Space Marines can actually swim. They can actually swim in their power armor. They can swim underwater because they have, as long as they're not painted with a helmet off like an idiot, you can. Then they actually have breathing.
Danny?
Space Marines can swim as long as they don't have their armor on. Otherwise, they're just going to sink to the bottom because it weighs too much.
Still swimming.
No, Danny is right, because in Fulgrim, in the Beast Arises series, there is underwater combat, but they walk along the bottom of the ocean like in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie because their suits are too heavy.
I was thinking like elephants.
Well, yeah, that too, maybe.
Elephants swim.
Yeah, they walk along the bottom. I don't know. He didn't ask that question, Danny. I don't have that answer.
All right.
And now, question the second. Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Name a faction
Orcs.
Danny, describe that faction in one sentence.
Stupid, loud, warlike.
Those are words. That's not a complete sentence.
Oh, I have to use it. I don't want to use a complete sentence. All right, you want me
That
to
was
use
a very
complete
orky
sentence?
complete sentence.
Oh yeah, that was
actually.
actually a good test. Danny, name a faction.
Tau.
Dave, describe that faction in a sentence.
Blue space communists.
I mean, that was an easy one. That's kind of
Yeah.
a gimme. Yeah.
Well, I wanted a softball in one.
I appreciate that.
Go a little easy on him there. Chaos Space Marines. Explain that faction in a sentence.
Are we ringing in with our names?
Betrayed Supermen fight for justice.
I mean, I've watched that movie.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, right.
What? That movie sounds amazing. Did they spend a lot of time walking?
No, flying in spaceships, actually.
Well, I don't want to watch that movie then. The only 40K movie I want to watch has a lot of walking in it.
Yeah, if it's not. If
You mean the Ultramarines movie?
The Ultramarines masterpiece.
Yeah, I think
it
he
was
was
what I mean.
something.
It was something.
I'm looking at all these Imperial fists, and I think to that movie, and I don't think that those compute.
They all get wiped out to a man.
No, it totally computes. I've read Black Library books. Makes sense.
By a very little amount of Black Legion. I'm so sad. Hey guys, what are some rejected races for 40K for armies?
Oh God,
Zotes,
Dad. Yeah, Zotes. Squats.
Why were
Slan.
Ooh, Slan.
Good pull.
Yeah. Why were Slan rejected for 40K for armies?
I think they just used the fantasy armies with bolters on them and stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't think
like
they're-
they were like
They were just
Aztec.
terrible.
Aztec.
Yeah, no, they were.
Yeah, they were space Aztec. Yeah, I burped into his face.
I don't think an ambo counts as an army. That's like a creature.
No.
It is. Yeah,
It's a wandering monster, if you will.
from early Rogue Trader days.
Yep.
Yeah. I would say that a rejected race for 40K would be like a workers' union. So it would be like, a bunch of factory workers unite together to kind of fight off.
That's a race.
No, that could be. Yeah.
Are you talking
So
about the
race
Tau?
or a faction?
Faction then.
Wow.
Well, okay, so as
I
a
could see-
faction,
I could see it as a faction.
Yeah.
Dispossessed union employees.
dispossessed union employees.
Yeah.
You
I'd
got
play
Farsight enclaves.
Yeah. You start the game with like 15 command points, but every turn you lose 2 in dues. Ooh, topical.
Edgy.
Edgy. Oh, so edgy.
I would play Gene Stealer Eldar.
Jeez, I play G Stealer Eldar
I would not.
because then I could
man,
come
I
up
would.
from the shadows with Fire Dragon Eldar. Gene Stealers. Okay, so let me see. What's one piece of lore in 40K that you guys would retcon? That you wish did not exist anymore?
Oh yeah, I got
That I
mine.
would. Okay.
Actually, I have 2, but I'll
okay.
go with. Oh man, do I want to go sacrificing Sisters of Battle or Necrons and Blood Angels Brofist team up? God, those are both so bad. I'm gonna go with the Sisters of Battle sacrificed by the Grey
like
Knights.
literally
really.
murdering.
And like, I just imagine them like wringing out the bodies of the sisters above their heads, like crushing them and like squeezing out their blood so that they're coated in it. So they're
I can imagine
immune
the
to
Grandmaster being like, "No, guys, this is gonna work."
No, I promise. Dad, don't worry about it. They're fine. They're fine.
And then they win the battle just by shooting bolters at things.
Yeah, they don't even get into combat. See, it did work.
Yeah, that worked just fine.
That was pretty. I think that was from like a phase where GW was just like everything was metal as shit. Like someone watched the heavy metal cartoon from the 80s and were like, "Yeah, we can do more."
Sure.
Like the dude like was it Khador Drago like carving his name on Mortarian's
Oh,
heart.
I forgot about that one. I hate that one more even maybe.
Like
God,
like
that's so
Mortarian would
bad.
just like looking at the Mortarian model right now, right? You would imagine he would have to remove his demon-fused breastplate,
Right.
Right.
open up his chest cavity, separate the chest, unless he had like some Satan phase knife.
And like hold him down.
And where is Demon Prince's or Demon Primarch's hearts?
Well, it's wherever a regular Primarch heart is, probably.
You don't know
It's
that.
not that-
This is all
I mean,
kinds
it's-
of weird.
Who knows?
No,
Who
on the
knows?
inside.
Probably
You
more
got to rifle around there a little bit.
Just dig
his
around
Satan
for a bit.
phase knife. Wrote mom on one of the
Well, did he
hearts and
use
his
a
name on the
phase
other.
knife? I thought he used the Titan sword.
He
so
just
like,
used the Titan sword. So yeah, he would literally have to
So-
split open like
just-
6
I'm
layers.
trying to think how you hold. Like, first of all, hold
obviously it's like a
Mortarion
pen.
down, right? Or is he like holding the sword by the blade, like short holding it so that they can carve his name? I don't even know.
Yeah.
And it's not
He's
even
holding it
his
like
name.
a quill. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like an old time.
Yeah.
He's dipping it in the ink of Sisters of Battle on his body.
That's to prevent corruption.
Yeah.
He has a 15 Sisters Battle blood change grenade, and it's holding him down.
And it's
while
not.
he writes.
It's not even him that he's writing. Whose name he's writing? He's writing his grandmaster's name. It's like some kind of weird love story. Like, you know, like you carve your girlfriend's name in the tree. Like,
I would read that Black Library romance novel. Well, you see the announced Black Library
is.
horror line.
yeah. I'm
So
excited about
maybe
that.
there's going to be like Black Library romance.
Oh man,
Along
if it doesn't,
kids' line.
if the cover doesn't have a Roboto Gulaman with long flowing Fabio locks on at least one of the
Sir,
stories.
that is Fulgrim
and Sanguinus.
and Sanguinus, who is still alive.
Hey,
Obviously.
so I want to hear what Dave's answer.
yeah,
to
what's
this
your
is.
answer, Dave?
So when you said retcon, I assume you mean
Disappear, go away,
you
to
wanted
no
complete-
longer
you
exist.
wanted to
Oh,
see,
he's going
'cause
to
I-
pick a race, isn't he?
No, I actually would rather it not necessarily get retconned into disexistence, but retconned into true factual existence.
That's a question for later, Dave. Well, what would you
My
get
bad.
rid
Oh,
of?
what would I get rid of then?
Yeah.
I would retcon completely the Horus Heresy
Whoa.
What?
That just
in the
you've
way that
just
it played out.
ruined the entire.
So I would change it so that in fact the chaos actually wins.
Worst
That's where I would rather
segment
be.
ever.
I'd rather
They
it
did
be.
win.
They did.
They didn't win. The Imperium won. That's why we're still all powerful. That's why we still got a plow
How
mark.
did the Imperium win? The
It seemed pretty-
godlike
yeah.
ruler is dead in the throne, and wherever he moves,
You know
then
what? We turned him into the best possible thing. He's a beacon in
lantern?
the dark.
He
Yeah,
he
that's
turns
it.
him into
Right there.
Flashlight, if you will.
double-A battery with a half charge.
You have to constantly plug it into
You gotta
the
shake it.
charger all the
You gotta
time.
shake. It's like when you got the old
like-
Eveready battery that came with that.
No, it's like you
Dave's
have,
moving his hand like a shake weight right now. It's really disturbing.
when you're out. It's like he's like a horror movie flashlight. Back
He's
in
like
the woods
an-
from the 80s. You know,
I see.
they're out there walking right now. They're like, oh, this little red flashlight of mine isn't working, so they're shaking it back and forth.
he's like an
And it's
iPhone 5. Like the battery wasn't designed to last this long. It's
It
just
was only designed to last 10,000 years.
You know what? He was
not
most.
10,001.
I don't think it's not a. I would go so far as to call him a Nokia brick, because he's still working. It's not working well, but he's still working.
Fair.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
And he threw him at all sorts of stuff,
You're entitled to your opinion.
and he never busted.
He never what?
I don't know. Broke.
He never
Oh, he
broke.
never. Okay.
Unlike Cadia, you know.
Ooh,
Ooh, I mean, if you look at some imperial newspapers, then Cadia never broke.
right.
It was broken to start with.
No, it's still
You
there
can't
to
break,
this day.
you
strong.
can't break if it was already broken. So
Okay.
Yeah, their doctrine is too good.
What's so there's many reasons for heresy. So like for example, the Horus heresy was started because like
Justice.
GW needed
Yeah.
to make more money.
fair because Horus like he was mad at his dad and wanted to rebel, and that was his reason for heresy. We've had book characters want to do it to extend their family wealth, and that's their reason for heresy. What is the worst reason you can think of for heresy or for turning away?
For turning away from the Imperium,
Yeah,
or just in general.
yeah. What's the
heresy?
worst reason to turn to heresy?
The worst reason to turn to heresy has got to be pride. Just in general, anybody that worships Slaanesh probably should just kill themselves.
Dang. That's
But not our
cold-blooded.
listeners.
we love you guys.
We love you guys, even if you
And Slanesh.
yeah.
Go kill yourself, Danny. I just the followers of Slaanesh is just. I mean, Slaanesh is a terrible god. He's wiping out another great race. That if it gets wiped out, John, what are you going to play? Imperial Fist? You'll never win a tournament again.
It's fair.
Yeah.
No, at that point, I'd probably go back to go play some Necrons. I'm a weighted dice kind of guy. A high toughness weighted dice kind of guy.
Yeah. No. Fulgrim's reason for turning is terrible, and
Because the sword told him
yeah,
to.
that's literally it.
Or did we simplify that too much, Danny?
No, that's
Yeah.
that's
I mean, you can give
pretty
him.
accurate.
You can
He
give
stole a magical sword
Yeah.
that told him to turn bad.
And so he did.
Yeah.
He killed his best friend.
It's like the worst episode of Blue's Clues ever.
I don't know if he killed his best friend.
The demon and the sword who possessed his body, right?
Still a vessel.
Yeah. Still a vessel. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was tainted.
Maybe he was just a dick.
Potato.
Okay. The Alpha Legion have the stupidest reason for turning to heresy.
Or
in
did
my
they?
book. Yeah, exactly. Because nobody knows. Like, oh, we have to save the emperor, so we have to we have to save the Imperium, or like, so we have to turn evil, or maybe we didn't, or maybe we did, or maybe we did. Just stop. Just pick a side. Like, nobody wants your shit.
Every time I'm at an event and I hear somebody yell out, "I am Alfarius," I want to run over to him and just knock him out.
I was going to say,
unless you're one of our listeners, in which case I'll give you a high five because that's really fun and cool.
but you won't feel it because you're unconscious from being knocked out.
Just as cool as orc players lying.
Yeah, we're gonna add that to Tim Hoffer's list of tournament etiquette. Is no lying, no I am Alfarius.
Which one is Alfarius? Just roll the dice. Just roll the dice, Tim.
Just roll it. No one cares. What then? Flip side. What is the best reason for turning heretic?
Ooh. Danny?
Betrayal. Like, I think that Magnus did nothing wrong. And also that...
I've got a pie graph for you that says that you are incorrect, sir.
I have a 30-page PowerPoint presentation that says you're incorrect.
And that Perturabo got really screwed over. Like, that guy got hosed big time. That's a sad story. Both of them have sad stories.
Well, I mean, one doomed
You're
the galaxy.
a sad story.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Personal all of a sudden.
Fine. Dave, what's your...
I think the best reason for going, for turning to heresy, I'm going to come a little bit farther forward in the Imperium year, and I think it is because you want to resurrect your great-great-grandfather from a casket into real life.
Oh yeah. For more details, listen to the last episode.
I think that's a great reason for going for turning to heresy.
That is.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
This question here comes from a Quora message board, which is mostly people who don't know anything about 40K asking about 40K.
Okay. So right up my alley. Got it.
Are space wolves naturally ginger, or do they dye their hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. First of all, let's talk. Let me clarify that statement. Yes, some space wolves are probably naturally ginger, and yes, some of them probably dye their hair, not always to ginger, but also to other colors.
Do you feel there's like a section of the Fang, the fortress of the space wolves on Fenris? While there are no wolves in Fenris, there are plenty of stylist chairs.
Plenty of beauticians.
I don't know. I mean, they have a lot of thralls for that.
Yeah.
Imagine being a servitor tasked with dyeing and shaping a space wolf's mohawk.
Dude,
that's your eternal servitude.
I don't know. That's
as
far as servitors go, that's probably a badass job.
Yeah. It's probably awesome.
Yeah, you probably get lots of maintenance. You get seen a lot because space wolves are always like braiding their hair and shit.
And they're talcative when they're sitting in the chair.
Do space wolves braid each other's hair or braid their own?
No, yes, they braid each other's hair.
I have this awesome image of like a pre-battle drop pod with a bunch of like gray hunters in there.
Braiding your hair
in a circle, braiding each other's hair.
We're going to get so many kills today. Yeah, we are.
I always wonder that, like, especially like watching.
That center braid looks fabulous. Thanks, Hrothgar.
No problem, Blackmane.
For the Emperor's, I fear this battle will not go well today, for your braids are off center.
That was intentional.
Fuck you, Tony.
It's to frame my face.
Oh man.
Yes, the space wolves do not die and are predeterminedly more
ginger, soulless.
Nordic. Yeah, they have. Yeah, soulless.
I imagine they have more Norse like coloring. I guess.
Yeah, but considering they're based off of more Norse mythology style.
Yeah, that's
likening to their background. I would say that they probably have a higher density of red than normal. However, that's not enough to keep it in. In order to not have red hair, you have to be somebody really badass like Ragnar.
Also, to play both sides of the field, they're soulless for destroying the hometown of a legion who did nothing wrong.
Right, exactly.
They lost their souls. So they all turn ginger.
Kopesh to the heart.
They all turn ginger the day Prospero burned.
In honor.
Yeah, in honor. Okay,
Right, so-
this one's another newbie 40K question.
Okay.
How quickly does a veteran squad of Space Marines rescue Princess Leia from the Death Star?
All right. So a veteran squad would handle it very, very quickly. So Princess Leia. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you say Princess Leia or Princess Zelda?
Leia.
Leia.
Yeah,
Princess Leia.
It's in the Death Star, dude.
Dude,
I thought we were combining genres. I thought
We already are. No, we're not triple combining. It's just
you can't triple combine.
No, it's too much.
I apologize.
You can't get fantasy in my sci-fi.
So first off, the
Stop.
is the
no,
veteran.
wait, no, wait a minute.
That's how Age of Sigmar happens.
No.
Ugh.
Star Wars is fantasy. It's not sci-fi. How?
You know,
yeah.
we're not going to go into this because
we're-
John has very strong.
Yeah.
Nope. John has very strong feelings about this. We're not a 40K. We're a 40K. All right. So a veteran squad being very, very. A veteran squad would get it done in about 8 times faster than a scoundrel and a farm boy.
You mean 2 rank amateurs in costume?
Yes.
I mean, when you can just drop pod to the area and
Now, if
storm
we-
assault it.
Yeah, if we were talking about scouts, unless it was the 10th,
Scoots?
unless it was the 10th company of the Ultramarines led by Hutelian, right? Yeah,
Yep.
they'd get it done better than faster than the veterans. But otherwise, I think and it's not like the Space Marines actually even have to worry about getting shot because nobody on that ship can hit them.
It's just a las rifle, dude. Who cares?
Yeah. Okay. My point on this.
You're rolling up 6s.
How tall is a Space Marine?
What does this have to do with?
How
the question?
tall is a Space Marine?
I mean, 7 feet
What?
tall.
Okay, they're 7, 8 feet tall.
8 feet.
Okay.
They're okay. A regular height stormtrooper and Boba Fett's like 6 foot, maybe 6'1". Hit his head on the top of the doors going through.
Yeah, except that a Space
So-
Marine just walk through it.
You can't though. Structurally,
Just plow through it.
What? They're bulkheads.
they're
They
bulkheads.
would just
They're supposed to seal if there's
so
a
they're either going to
atmospheric
knock
breach.
themselves out on the bulkheads,
the armor of the
or
shock.
they're veterans. They don't wear helmets. It's a
Yeah.
problem we're having with the hobby in general.
Maybe.
Yeah. So they're either going to
Problem with the hobby.
knock themselves out on the bulkheads on their way
Okay.
there, or they're going to be tactically disadvantaged because they're hunched over the whole time, like Slav
I just
squatting
imagine
through the whole thing.
crab walking through there, like shooting their
Crab
bolters.
walking?
Yeah, dude.
And then
How do you shoot the bolters? 'Cause
Another
the crab
thing-
walk is both
Well, you
hands
stop and
feet
you
on
sit
the-
down and shoot your bolter.
But you got your feet, knees bent, butt barely hovering off
So-
the floor, arms back behind you, crab
right.
walking
I
along.
would just hear like a whoop, 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 whoop.
yeah,
They're not Zoidberg crab walking.
maybe.
Maybe because what's the weight limit on a Death Star elevator?
Who knows?
Who knows? I would say there's a lot
Do
of
they have to
logistical
use the
things.
elevator?
I mean, how else are you going to get up to the detention level?
Get up to the detention level?
Yeah.
Dude, they would just breach like through the hull.
Yeah, just a boarding torpedo right into the detention level.
Yeah, or a Cestus assault ram.
Their goal is Cestus assault ram in. Hopefully, they don't kill her on entry.
Well, they'll
Or
go
a
far enough
Charybdis-
away
probably
where
a
it's not a
Charybdis-
big deal.
I think it would be more Charybdis style.
Okay, sure.
Because they want to be able to get off, right?
Oh, they'll all get
Cestus
off.
can get off. Oh God.
All right. So my answer was really fast. That's
Really
there we go.
fast.
Yeah.
Do you want an actual time?
No, just how
54 seconds.
54 seconds.
Woof.
Oof.
So that is ramming right into her cell then. All right, is the princess here, sir?
She's melted. She was probably a heretic anyway.
She went
She was
against
a-
the planetary governor. If
She
you
was a
remember
rebel.
right?
Traitor scum.
Oh yeah. So
You-
oh nuts.
Probably a
Why would
heretic.
they even be rescuing the
Probably
princess?
they
They
wouldn't
wouldn't be
be.
trying to kill her.
Yeah. I mean, the one guy is basically a warp conduit. The one kid, I mean, that she's hanging out with. So that's not
Skywalker.
good. They gotta they gotta bundle him up on the black ship like right away.
Oh yeah.
And if you think about it, they belong to a cult that worships psychers. Dangerous.
and the Imperial.
And there's
so much right
aliens.
yeah.
Think of all the aliens, dude.
Dude, the
all
Empire.
heretics.
The Empire doesn't believe in the psychic people anymore.
Yeah, see?
Well, shit, they would just capture her. Okay, so how quickly does a veteran squad of Marines rescue Princess Leia?
They
They
don't.
don't because she's a heretic, and the Empire has really close values with the Imperium.
And they did nothing wrong. So
They might get along with Vader pretty well.
Oh yeah,
He's like a sanctioned psyker, so
Sanction Psyker and Admech love him.
he's basically
that's right.
he's
Bionic.
Oh, Top 10 anime crossovers.
Wow.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
What's your favorite model of all time?
Favorite 40K model of all time?
I don't think I specified
Okay.
40K.
Well, in that case,
But you probably should make it 40K.
it's still gonna. Okay. All right. Well, then I got to change my answer. All right. So that was good. Danny, what about you?
All right.
No.
So favorite model of all time is the River Trolls that GW made. The plastic
Yeah.
River Trolls. 40K specific
Sure.
would be either the Dark Eldar Scourges. Those are like one of my favorites, or the Dark Eldar Incubi.
All right.
Oh, yeah, their helmets.
Good choices.
Yeah. And the swords. I really
The
like
silhouette
the swords.
of their is really good.
All right. My favorite GW model of all time in the 80s and early 90s, you could find a Chaos Champion of Nurgle who was decked out in full armor, slightly pitted, holding a sword that was on his hip. He's facing to the left, and if you look at his right shoulder pad, it is in fact a penis. The Nurgle symbol was in fact penis shaped. The three balls.
I mean,
I just want to clarify this for a moment. Your favorite model is a penis?
My favorite model is that some sculptor
I'm
snuck
kinda-
a penis onto
I'm kind
the
of
shoulder pad.
disturbed that Dave thinks that the Nurgle symbol is like what a penis looks like.
I got this one. I'll pull it up while I'm still talking.
Put it away.
Do not pull it up.
No.
I got you guys.
Keep
Don't
that
worry
under
about
the
it.
table, man.
But
at the
I think
least.
my most favorite 40K model of all time is actually the old Harlequin Jetpike which had the laughing
the
skull
laughing
face
Oh,
plate.
I got me one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember people used it for a Wraith Lord face all the time.
Yeah.
It looked really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of the
Until you've
conversions
seen it
back
like
in the day.
120 times.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's one of
Harlequin
the things
Wraith
that like worked really well until you've seen it a bunch. Like, oh yeah, you
Right.
did that. Mine's Azrael, the Dark Angels.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's a good model.
Just because like
from Dark Vengeance.
no, the Azrael, the chapter master of the Dark Angels.
The original, like with the little
the
helmet
current
bearer.
one with the little helmet bearer. I mean, it's good, classic Jess Goodwin
It
skull.
really is.
Timeless to this day. Maybe a little out of scale now.
He just
But
needs a little rock to stand on.
when I was getting into 40K and playing 40K, like I was playing Dark Angels back at that time, and like I remember seeing it in the White Dwarf, like they had Azrael, Ezekiel, like all these fantastically done characters that still stand up to this day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dave is
maybe.
showing something on his phone.
Just like get out of my face, Dave.
He liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stretch.
It's not a stretch. If you actually
Like
could
your
see
dick.
I don't even know what that means,
Thank
but
you.
you said dick and it made me laugh.
No, seriously, it's got two little balls and then that long shaft that goes over the top and just one ball. at the top.
Goddamn, Dave, put it away.
No.
Jeez.
I love this model. Retro
What are and
John, wait a minute.
Well, okay.
I want to quiz you.
Sure,
What's your? Oh, you already said.
I did Azrael.
So is that just
of
is
all
that?
time.
Do you have any more recent favorites?
for more recent
Well, it's not
favorites,
that old.
oh, Azrael is
Yeah, dude, he's so old.
1996, I believe, or 1998.
That sounds about. I would say 96 because it's well
Yeah.
before. Like third edition was 98.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was second edition. Azrael was. So that is almost a 22-year-old model, and it honestly holds up to this day. Like, I'm not even mad that the main Dark Angels characters aren't available in plastic or anything because those sculpts are so good.
Well, some of the metal sculpts really are good.
Yeah.
And they hold up really
Ezekiel
well.
is a great
Ezekiel
model.
is another example of great. And like generally his work on the Dark Angels range for those characters. That's what
Super
sold
good.
Dark Angels for me. So
The
yeah,
fact that they're either heretics or not.
I mean the lore was super cool as well. And also I couldn't play orcs because, you know, I was a poor kid who couldn't afford to buy like go into my local GW store and tell them I want to play orcs. And then they're like, oh yeah, you need 3,000 pounds worth of stuff. Like, oh, well, what's a smaller army? Oh, Space Marines. I'm like, okay. More recently, I don't know. There's been so many good models recently. And
Yeah.
like with the advancement in kind of technology and kind of their CAD design process and everything is just going together so well. I think the Fire Raptor is one of my favorite looking models right
That's a
now.
cool model.
Yeah.
I have one. I gave away one because I don't want to build another one because It's a pain to build.
You traded it away, right?
I traded it away, yeah.
That's good, because if you just gave it away, I was going to be mad at you.
No, yeah, but it's the Fire Raptor from Forge World is just an absolutely gorgeous design. And it really cleverly plays on existing plastic components from the Storm Raven. And I think it was the first time for me where I saw a Forge World kit where it truly was kind of building off of an existing GW kit. Whereas before they were like 100% resin and, you know, like all new and everything was like new design. This one, you can see where the Fire Raptor bits are.
Sure.
And you can see that kind of stuff. And it just really worked well off of that.
Nice.
And it also means when I bought my Stonecrusher Carnifexes, I have pretty much an entire Carnifex left over from the bits. But yeah. Oh yeah, Stonecrushers as well. Those are rad.
Those are cool models.
Those are cool. Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. All right, this is an imagination one. So get your thinking hats on.
All right, Danny's out because he's all about Math Hammer.
Imagine. There's a Math Hammer question coming after this.
Damn it, I'm out.
What is your best Warhammer Adventure storyline? Warhammer Adventures, of course, being the new range of straight for kids, kids and tweens Warhammer stories.
Sure.
Pitch your best Warhammer adventure.
Well, I think if you're gonna, let's see, you got to show it working together in good side. I think the best possible story is a kid is abandoned on a planet where he works very, very hard, kind of down in the dumps, not down in the dumps, but think like lower Necromunda kind of area. Okay, so
A shithole.
kind of a shithole, yeah,
Okay.
where you're scraping by, and then basically the company is taking from you, and then one day an officer, a kid on the run, kind of from like shirking his duties, like maybe he used to be a guardsman or something, but he saw something he didn't like and he ran, and he bumps into you, and you've been working. You know, the first kid has been working really hard. Maybe it's a female to earn enough money to get off the planet, and then the second kid leaves the guard and bumps into him, and then they're running from the guard who are chasing him. The girl thinks that she's being chased. The guy thinks that he's being chased, and they end up getting away on a spaceship that she may or may not have been working on and fixing up, because she's also kind of a technomancer, if you will.
So just to kind of,
and that's where I'd start the pitch. Let's start the pitch.
Surmise
So what do you
far.
got, Danny?
Wait, to surmise this, your pitch for a story for 7 to 11-year-olds is about running away from home with strange army deserters when things get hard into his
Going in their space van.
So to get on a spaceship, it's kind of a low
while
cruiser.
being chased by the authorities.
Yeah, and then they go solve crimes. You know,
The first
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Dave.
the first crime
John's summary was
the first crime they solve is the mystery of the missing boy.
what do you?
Turns out he was dead. The end.
It's just for the record. It's very difficult to come up with an idea off the top of your head. So sometimes you,
you know-
might have had to have stolen, like maybe something was awakening.
You know, I did give you guys the opportunity to have these questions literally days
and
in
we
advance.
asked not to have them.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I didn't
Okay,
know it was
go.
going to be that.
Danny, and I hope I can surmise your Warhammer adventure quite succinctly.
So, as part of a xenoarchaeology expedition, a father takes his son to a strange planet, digging in the sands along with some of the native people. He befriends one of them. So, like, the son befriends this native person as well. And so they go off on adventures, and they're exploring like these Xeno ruins by themselves. And whilst digging in the sand, they find a strange triangle-shaped object, and they bring that to their father. He plays around with it and unlocks it somehow, but really it's a portal to a Necron dimension where a bunch of warriors are like waiting in stasis, and one of them wakes up and attacks their encampment. Shit's going wrong. People are getting shot. Like, they're running away.
Warhammer Adventures. So just stuff is going wrong.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Pitch already rejected by DW.
And,
all of the Necron
and
Gauss
they're-
blasters are hitting really close to the people.
Right, yeah, but they're missing because they're sleepy. I mean, they've got sand in their eyes.
He's
Like,
the one guy, because if it was more than one,
well,
just wait a fire,
sure, right.
You know,
So, and to rescue them, like a local guard battalion was being raised, and so they kind of come to the rescue of the archaeologists and are able to drive the Xenos back into their portal and destroy it.
it's a good pitch.
Then the boy is executed for heresy and coveting the Xenos technology.
I mean, if you want to take the darker, like that's a continuation in the adult version of the novel.
To be continued.
Yeah, right. In this book,
Don't read the sequel until you're 18.
Yeah, opening scene of the next book. Commissar, bullet pistol to the forehead, blows his head off. The other kid, the archaeologist's son, because of course they're going to execute the native kid because
Yeah.
they're
Did you grab
racist.
that? Did you pull that from anything from your childhood? That story arc?
Yeah, Johnny Quest.
Yeah, that's. I was going to say. It sounds exactly like Johnny Quest.
Also, the
I would-
Venture Brothers.
I almost asked if the father had a like partner, you know, who were
Maybe.
with him,
Maybe.
A bodyguard, if you will.
a bodyguard. They may or may not.
An
Named
Ogren called
Mace
Brock.
Rannon.
An Ogren called Sock Bramson. Oh, man. Well, mine would be just a boy following a commissar around learning life lessons and like almost like a really cheap, shitty 60s PSA.
And
So-
continually wiping blood off himself.
Yeah. So like he's like sitting learning stories from the day from the commissar while the commissar's like wiping blood off of his sword and he's like, and Billy, that's why you always use a condom. And
Those are good life lessons.
Gotta make sure
and
the
make
blade
it-
is clean.
Yeah.
so it doesn't stick in the scabbard.
you know what else you need to keep clean, Billy? your bathing suit area.
Your armpits after gym class, Billy.
Like really obvious life lessons.
Yeah.
And that's why I always shower after executing a heretic.
And never go into a strange spaceship with somebody you just met.
Never run away into a space van.
Or pick up strange pyramid objects,
Yeah.
Billy.
Dave's Warhammer adventure book is the #1 selling book to prisons in the U.S.
oh yeah,
How to kidnap children.
It's got the NAMBLA seal of approval on it.
yeah, but at least I'm making bank. Cause
Yeah,
those
you
books
are.
being
Yeah,
bought.
You know what?
Sure.
In respect to you for that, Dave. Nice job. I wish I could pull down NAMBLA money.
Oh my
God.
Shit.
What? Next episode brought to you by Nambly.
Wait, that would be
Oh, man.
the... I'm trying to think of a 40K thing for this.
For Nambla?
The North American Men's Black Legion Association. NAMBLA.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Black Legion is chaos.
Oh,
I got
is
it.
it? Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome. You don't know these things.
We got it. I ain't
Hey,
laughing.
So,
But I got it.
all right, guys. What model do you wish had a better set of rules?
Ooh.
The Redemptor Dreadnought.
Fair.
I feel like you're biased.
I might be. I feel like it deserves to have an invulnerable save
Okay.
for something that is as big as
So
it is.
I feel like looking back at it, it kind of fits its fluff because it's meant to be like when you put the little Dead Space Marine Corps in there, it slowly kills it more because of the strain of the suit.
yeah, because he's already dying in the suit anyway.
Right, so he's dying, but he dies faster in the Redemptor suit, so it makes sense that he dies quicker on the table. But still, like spending close to 250 points on a model that dies to 2 last cannons is a pain in the ass.
The same token could be said for the fact that because he is in such extreme pain already, that he could just shrug off the extra hits.
Or maybe the hits are just him killing himself. Yeah. Anyway, I agree though. It does need better rules on the table, or a points drop. I'd be happy with either.
Yeah, I don't think
Fair.
they're that much better than a regular dreadnought or even a venerable dreadnought for that matter.
Yeah,
So, and
fair.
venerables do get invulns, right?
Yep.
can't remember.
6
no.
I thought Venerable had 6
They have a 6-up feel no pain.
Oh, feel no pain.
I would.
Or I need something.
Yeah, I just need something.
And now that you can't stack that stuff, like the Iron Hand Venerable Dreadnoughts are not as cool. But anyway, my vote would be the Land Raider.
The Land Raider, huh?
Yep, because they are trash.
You don't really see him around much anymore.
You haven't seen him around in years.
And
actually.
how many
Additions.
wounds does a Land Raider have now? Like 14?
16.
16.
Well, that's it?
16 wounds, 2-up save, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But they cost like 400 points. plus.
Yeah.
My favorite
That's a lot.
GW cash grab was to package a Land Raider in with a bunch of Custodes and Sisters for the Talons of the Emperor.
It's a venerable Land Raider, Dave.
Yeah, it's the same Land
I
Raider.
will say the Venerable Land
They just
Raiders
open kits and we're like, throw
pretty
those
good.
in there too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
A 2+ is nice,
The 2 to hit and the 2 save is
Yeah, I mean,
nice on that.
it's all nice.
but it's still that's like 450 points.
Yeah, and it gets your guys in gold up the field.
It can,
but yeah. I would say the Pyrovore, the long joked after Pyrovore.
Really?
It's an amazing model.
Do you think it's bad?
I don't think it's great. I mean, it's better this edition than it was
Sure.
before, but still, without a good delivery system, they're pretty much useless. And so, like, you have to take one of the spores to kind of get them down there. And even then, with that, they go in and they're an 8-inch flamer, I believe.
Yeah. So they can't even shoot. when
So they
come
can't
down.
even shoot when they come down.
Yeah,
and
that's
if
pretty bad.
and if I tell my opponent, hey, these are flamers here, they only have an 8-inch range. Here they are, 9 inches away from you. I'm gonna kill that fucking unit.
Right.
right.
So they don't. I mean, aside from taking up a couple units worth of shots,
What you're saying is that 8 inches is not enough to satisfy you for a change?
I mean, it's not enough for me to spurt my flame over everything.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
feel like we've worked in so many dick jokes.
I know.
It's been a lot.
Oh, we've had a couple of book reviews, some codex reviews, things like that. It's time to just cut loose and just
Yeah. Just dick
just
around.
go deep with dicks.
You know, another thing that would be good to see some better rules on is a drop pod. I think the drop pod
Yeah,
is really bad.
drop pod's
rules.
got dicked over hard.
Yeah.
I almost feel even drop pod should ignore the rule for turn 1 drops.
That'd be cool.
That would make sense fluff wise. Yeah.
That would be okay. I still don't even know if I would take him though at that point.
I think that I feel like a drop pod is something super specific and should be able to get within 9 inches because they've got the target. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, or if they could drop within 9,
Or
or they could do
instead
stuff
of
like
dro-
What
that.
if it was 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
Something like that, just something that sets them apart. Because right now they're just a transport that doesn't really work great.
Yeah.
With the
It gets them to that
bolter?
one point in the table, and then
Yeah.
it's a
Or
sort
a
of storm bolter.
missile launcher.
Yeah,
Well,
which
you're
isn't
not-
great. Which you're not paying the points to upgrade it to the missile launcher
no,
anyway.
Unless your
I'm not
goal
paying
is to have a
those
bunch of drop pods that just could drop
I don't
in
have
and-
death wind launcher points.
Who does?
Yeah.
Hey, non-serious question.
Okay.
What does a vacation in 40K look like? Like, where do you go on vacation
go
if
to
you're
the-
like a 40K citizen of any kind of
Well,
race?
So every planet has people that can actually afford vacations. Obviously, if you're really wealthy, you want to take a trip to Terra to check out the Imperial Palace. Not too close though, because you'll just get shot. I'm sure they have tours, probably, right?
Could you imagine a guided tour of the Imperial Palace, and it's just like a really snotty, uppity woman that's like kind of guiding you around, and be like, "And welcome to the Imperial Palace, founded in Terra." And like just this big hour-long tourist group, and it's just a bunch of people with pics taking photos everywhere. And you have like the custodian guard. You're like, "Fuck."
You got the people from the outer rims who are sitting there going, "Oh, so these guys aren't able to move or joke or laugh or anything
then-
like that." So they're just like playing around with them, thinking they're the British Royal Guards.
And then they get
they're
punched
just,
in
they
the
just
face.
get punched through the wall.
And die.
And then the custode's like, "Ha, I can do that too."
We're not nice.
Okay, so we have a guided tour of the Imperial Palace on Terra.
Yeah, you know.
So if you're super rich, right, you're going to go to a paradise world, I feel like.
Sure. Like,
Oh, John.
I know, just dropping the mic.
Literally.
Like Krieg, the paradise world of Krieg.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place in the spring, I hear. The colors and the...
You definitely want to go.
That was in
to,
one of the
to
recent books?
Catachin, you know,
yeah,
during
sure.
the summer.
You can go to the Catachin homeworld. That sounds awesome. Nothing like getting killed by a giant centipede.
Or hunting it, because
Yeah,
you could be on a
sure.
safari.
But
Oh.
if you're poor, you're going to go to the cathedral.
Oh, yeah.
That's your vacation.
Your vacation?
On
That'd
your
be
planet?
a really fucking
Right.
depressing
You're just
vacation.
going to go up a level for your vacation.
If you can. If you have the passes to be able to do that.
Just scrimp and save all year long.
That's right.
You can get a 2-week pass to go up a level.
Right. Then you have to go back down.
See how the better half lived.
How was your
this is
pass?
amazing.
Oh, it was great. It's great to be back, though. Is it? No.
Well, rat for dinner tonight, Johnny. Back to the usual.
I mean, but more than likely on the outer rim worlds where you have like, just they're more similar to Earth style. You know, less contact with the Imperium. You've got people who live in the fields who, you know, big big fish, small pond in this village goes to visit the big city kind of thing.
Sure.
Rather than traveling all over the galaxy. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. And then one more. Let me find one here. And definitely not cut this bit out later to make me seem like I'm more on the ball.
yeah. I'm still going to give you my I want retcon back into existence answer, whether or not you ask the question or not. So just a heads up.
Yeah. What's a tabletop combo you wish would die?
In 40K?
Yeah. Or Monopoly. I mean, it's going to confuse our listeners, but
Man.
I would like
Free
the
parking. Get that shit
combo
out.
of hotels on Boardwalk. Who does that?
no one if you're playing the game right. Jesus Christ. You got to slumlord it and take all the houses so no one can build hotels.
Yeah. What am I not liking right now? I mean, honestly, the only thing I'm not liking right now is our buddy Nate and rolling dice against me. I'd like to get rid of that tabletop combo. That's about it.
So your tabletop combo is one specific guy
Yeah.
and dice.
Yeah, I can't think of any actual combos in games that I played that were like it just pissed me off. I guess Bane Blades and Adeptus Mechanicus healing them. That's the
Mine is Agents of Vect.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's not a combo. What do you combo?
It is
That-
the combo.
that
It's
is
the
a
ultimate
combo.
combo. It ruins all other combos.
It's a single thing, and it's like walking up to somebody and saying, "Hey, I got a combo," and then only pulling out a burger. Okay, you got
But-
combo is the
but
fries,
that burger-
the shake, and the
No. Agents of Vex is literally the fries, the shake, the burger, the tray it comes on, the goddamn restaurant it's served in. It's too much.
So what you're saying is Agents of X shouldn't be allowed to be taken by everybody as the combo. It should just be strictly Dark Eldar
Agents of
players.
Vex should be once a turn.
Yeah, I'm with that. Like once a turn would be fine.
It's not even once a turn.
No,
It's once a phase.
Once a phase. So I can Agents of Vex you in a movement phase stratagem, and then a psychic phase stratagem, and then a shooting phase stratagem, and
but
then
you
an assault
lose it
phase
if you
stratagem.
fail, right?
No.
No.
I thought if you roll,
There's
if you
some
didn't-
one-
I thought if it didn't.
There's some
pass,
one use only ones. The thing, if you roll a one, you just their stratagem goes off as normal.
And you still lose the 3 command points.
Yeah. So it's
I mean,
and with rerolls, then you're not really probably going to roll a one.
if
of
your
that
whole
often.
army
right.
is playing off of countering somebody else's stratagems, and that person doesn't need stratagems to win.
No, I mean all it does for me. So I know I have a good solid army, and even kind of with my little Dark Elder patrol, I know I have a good solid army. What it means is, I say if I'm playing Blood Angels and someone tries to do on the wings of an angel and kind of fly Captain Smashfork into the middle of my table, I'm like, no.
Right.
I'm not saying it doesn't have its uses.
I mean, and then that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, and for me, and then to do that, and then in the shooting phase when they then try and do something, you're just like, no. It takes away the interactivity of the game.
It's kind of unfun. It should be limited down.
Once a game turn is fun, or once a player turn is fun.
Yeah.
Well, once a game is fine.
No,
No,
that's too much.
yeah, once a turn is
It's
fine.
3 CP still. Like it's.
What if it went down to 1 CP and was only once a game?
I think that people
It would still be too powerful.
Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the amount of CP. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is the amount of CP doesn't matter. The spamability matters, I guess. And like, I'm not here bitching about it. The only thing
sounds
that
like
I
bitching to
don't,
me.
the only thing that I don't like is that it takes away some of like the army flavor. Like so, like the stratagems and that kind of stuff are part of what makes your army.
Right.
And so not being able to do that, like, I don't know, that just it feels wrong to me in some respects. And I'm cool with somebody having an ability like that, or even multiple armies. Like I could see Gene Stealer called having the same thing. For real. Like that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Like being able to spoil somebody's plans. That totally works.
Oh man,
with
can you
them.
imagine you're playing Gene Sealer against them and against Dark Eldar, and you decide you're gonna re-roll this one dice, and they Agent of Vec you, and you Agent of the Cult them to counter
Right.
that, and then they're just like, oh,
Or somebody can Agents of Vect or Agents of Vect. Like that's a thing that I've heard of.
You know, and the plus side though, that's super characterful of Vec just being an
Totally.
asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway.
so there's that.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, that's.
What about you, John?
What would I get rid of? Or what
you just
combo do I don't
said-
like in
did
the
you
game?
say Agent of Vec?
He said Agents of Vec. I mean, Agents of Vec, like I said, I think it needs tweaked, but I don't think it's completely destroyed or broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why it doesn't bother me.
I would say stackable modifiers are a combo that needs to go.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, for example, my Alatal Kalar right now, if you're more than 12 inches away, you're -1 to hit.
Right.
If I am in a plane, you're a further -1 to hit. We're now at a point where armies such as orcs cannot actually shoot at my planes. Or, like things like that. So, like I said, I think -1 is fine. It's fluffy. It's good, but you shouldn't be able to stack them up.
I think
Or
sixes
just
should always hit. Right?
Sixes should always hit.
6 should always
Yeah.
hit. No 1 should always fail. That
Yep.
that rule should still exist in this game.
And a 1 always does fail.
Yeah. I mean, a 1 still always fails, but nowhere says that a 6 always succeeds.
Right.
So, like, his thing is, like, if I have, say, to go back to Nate and his dice, if he aims, say, his Storm Surge or something at one of my flyers, I'm like, okay, well, you're -3 to hit now. Like, oh, well, I guess I just wasted all of his entire shots because he declared you as his target.
Right.
And again, it's just things that pull interactivity out. I mean, my Elder would still be good if they were only -1 to hit and not -2 or -3 or whatever the hell I can spam to get them up there. But I don't think shit like that should stack.
It would definitely be a big change if something like that happens.
And this is from someone who abuses that very much to my advantage.
True.
It's that would be my thing.
All right.
But yeah, that's it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick.
Oh no, we're not.
Oh what?
No, I am. So I want something to come retcon back into existence, and that is that Deathwing.
If you're in the Anchorage area and need your hobby,
Oh, sorry. Please continue, Dave.
Oh no, I really wish you just ran the thing and we could have ended it there. Oh
No, that would be
no,
rude.
I would love to see Deathwing go back to being Native American themed, like they originally were.
if you're in the Anchorage area and need your hobby fix, head on down to Tier 1 Cards and Games. Whether it's 40K, X-Wing, Attack-Wing, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, War Machine, Age of Sigmar, Malifaux, or even Magic, the Gathering kind, not the Siegfried and Royd kind, Tier 1 Cards and Games has the space, the players, and products for you to build your forces and destroy your foes. Not in Alaska? Enjoy our snow suckers. We've got none. And while you're stuck inside, check out Tier 1's live Twitch stream at www.twitch.tv/Tier1Cards. Streaming ITC format, 40K starting at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the last Saturday of every month.
Mob Rules would like to apologize for the racially insensitive comments from just before the break there. Because of that, the episode sponsor, 40 Cox, has dropped.
Oh, no, we lost 40 cocks?
We have lost 40
How
cocks.
do you lose 40 cocks?
We have lost 40 cocks.
You know what? That was. I guess we're gonna have to pay for our own hotels when we go to LVO now, Danny.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
was
no,
counting
just-
on those 40 cocks to pay my way.
No more free rides, boys.
we were
40
gonna
cocks are gone.
We really need to redo that ad, though. By the way,
We do.
the one that you just had for Tier 1.
The one with slightly out of date information. Actually, completely out of date information, but
Yeah.
that's fine. So we're going to talk in very vague brush strokes about Kill Team, including
It is a game.
It is a game,
And that's the end of the episode.
and then when we are allowed to release information on it, which is going to be TBD/soon, we will go ahead and we'll probably release a little mini-sode to talk a little bit more about it, because although we can't give a precise date of when the embargo lifts, it's an off week for us. So let's go a little bit over kind of what we know about Kill Team and kind of where we're at based on the information that's public. One huge surprise for me, this is essentially Shadespire for 40K.
as far as
In terms of
the way it seems.
support,
definitely
release
support.
schedule,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and kind of the way the game is set up, it's a little bit more freeform. But
Sure.
again, I really do feel like this is kind of their idea of getting into like a competitive game for 40K. Not that 40K isn't competitive, but like kind of a lunchtime competitive game.
I'm more interested to know how it's going to play out lunch-wise, because it seems like it's going to be a little bit more longer than you can play in a single game. Like Shadespire is supposed to be 60 minutes roughly.
Yeah, so
for 3
Shadespire is
rounds.
like, well, the thing is with Shadespire, you're meant to play the game 3 times because it's a best of 3.
Right, and they try to get them in 60 minutes. So.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, like that, I really enjoy the breadth of this release. From the way they're releasing things, like even to the army packs for orcs and space wolves.
Right. I like that they give you a little piece of terrain in there as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
So the rough estimated cost for that, because we don't actually know, it's supposed to be something like 37.50 pounds,
Sure.
whatever that
Like,
breaks down.
probably like $50.
$50. So you're getting five guys,
Right.
Which for the
$30.
the Space Marines one doesn't seem that good, and they've got it listed as Space Wolves right on the outside of the pack from what they've said, and I don't know.
I mean, you can paint them whatever color you want.
Right. Well,
Forge your narrative, Dave.
yeah, in theory.
Just keep the hair ginger.
But the kit that comes with it, so a box of Reavers is $30, right? 5 Reavers. That's what you get for $30.
Sounds right.
And then the train kit, like if you had bought that separately, is another $30.
Easy.
So,
Yeah.
and then the Orc stuff has got that. I'm probably going to buy the Orcs box just for the servo hauler.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
rad.
first time that's been available
Separately.
outside
And
of kind of that
probably
set.
just throw the Orcs away because we're not
They're trash.
We're not an Orc podcast.
Did you guys see that the orcs are on 32s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, that got me excited.
Yeah.
I'm not rebasing 300 orcs, but I'm excited that new orcs are on bigger bases.
Fair enough.
But like
I
I said,
didn't figure that out. You're right.
I looked at it kind of like looking at the previous kill team and how previous kill teams were assembled. Like, I'm excited because I already have a bunch of painted Ludus. I have a bunch of painted Burners. I have a bunch of Boys. Even Grots. So, like, I feel like, hey, there's like 30 different kill teams I can assemble
Yeah.
for what I have. And then for Space Marines
Assuming
as well.
that you can use those units, right?
Well, I'm just going based off of what was listed for the previous edition of
Oh,
Kill
sure.
Team.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And they listed in their Orc reveal, which was today. It was today.
Earlier in the week.
Earlier in the week. That it was certain
We edit
guys.
so fucking much.
You don't have to edit that. People are gonna. But they listed what you could have. In fact, they made a mention to Gretchen's. You could just put together a kill team entirely
yeah,
of
you
Gretchen's
can-
and do
yeah,
the
if you want
Gretchen
to.
Revolution.
I put
This is pretty cool.
They have stratagems in there as well. Did you see on the preview for the Gretchen stratagem for orcs?
Yep.
If it's near an orc, you can spend command points to make that Gretchen a human shield, and you have to
Nice.
shoot at the Gretchen
Every
until it dies.
shot done to the guy just damages the Gretchen instead.
Did you notice that all of the other previewed stratagems also have 40k stratagems of the same name, and they have similar functionality? So
I
it
did
makes me
not notice
wonder
that, yeah.
if some of the orc stratagems that they've listed in there
Oh.
are from the new book.
I would love if I could Grot shield. Could
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that
'Cause
was
you used
a
to be
long
able-
time ago.
You could take a 5+ cover save on a Grot, and if you passed,
The Grot died.
The Grot died.
But
which
your
was
boy
cool.
was
The
fine.
Grots are
Right.
turning into shield drones for you.
That could be really
man.
cool.
Oh man.
That would be
could
amazing.
totally-
Oh, I'm suddenly
see
getting
that,
hyped to
right?
do an orc army.
Yeah. Ooh. I would have to paint like 90 more Grots than I have because I literally think I only have 10.
You know how easy it is to paint Grots?
Yeah.
Death Guard green spray,
I mean, that's going one
Agrax
step
Earthshade
further than I
wash,
go.
and then a dry.
They'll stay plastic.
Those tape plastic
Yeah.
because they'll be on the table. Because I remember getting back
These are
into
in grayscale, Dave.
when I got back into the hobby and I finally started collecting orcs. I spent it was before there used to be this big team tournament that was held every year here.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. So my buddy Andy got me back into it, and I painted up all these orcs, and I spent 20 hours painting up this 10-boy orc squad. We play our first game, and that squad died before I even moved it. So
Good times. A lot of gotta love new
times.
model syndrome, right?
new model
where
syndrome.
They just die right off the bat. as
That's
soon as
why
they go on
I
the
have
table.
54 Dire Avengers. I now have 47 because I painted 9, and those ones can't be fielded.
Nice.
Oh man, but yeah, like I said, I think it looks super solid. The terrain is gorgeous.
I really like the
I like the
artwork in
extra-
the book.
I like the extra kits.
Yeah, everything is looking really, really good. And Dave, you're frantically looking for something.
Oh, I was just going to. I couldn't remember what races were available. Because they've
There's
announced
16
all of
different
them.
armies.
Yeah, there's 16 different.
basically.
forces.
Sorry, correct. Basically, I think the ones that aren't represented.
It doesn't make sense.
It's,
It's
it makes
Custodes
sense.
and Imperial Knights.
Custodes, Imperial
And
Knights,
Assassins.
Sisters, actually.
Sisters of Silence,
Sisters of
and
Battle.
Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, well, Sisters of Silence. Actually, a kill team of Sisters of Silence might be kind of fun.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
Custodians have done this work before. But looking at previous editions of the game, Toughness 5 is
Oh
very
my god, it would
Yeah.
be so brutal.
broken,
right, and
and your kill team would be one dude.
yeah, but he would just wreck through stuff. Sisters of Battle, people are upset by that, and GW's response was actually really good. They're like, "Hey, listen, the reason they're not in the book is because we want to. The only everything in the book is represented right now currently by a current plastic range, which means you can cut and modify it super easily without having to destroy your old models. You know, unless you're buying somebody else's Sisters of Battle force or have your own kill team already, you wouldn't be able to make a Sisters of Battle kill team. So it makes perfect sense that they're waiting to give you rules probably for free in 2019 when you get plastic.
Or they'll
Sisters.
be like, "Why don't you just make plastic Sisters of Battle?" Games Workshop,
right?
You know, one thing they could do, like they're doing in Age of Sigmar right now, is when they release a new battle tome, they put in there the Path of Glory rules for the army that you're playing. So it would be neat to see if they decide to do something similar for a kill team for Sisters if they come out with a codex for them.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be rad. Sorry.
I'm, you know, having been building up a Gene Stealer Cult army myself, I'm super stoked to hopefully get my hands on one of those aberrants that they just previewed.
Man, the ones they accidentally put in the case of Warhammer World.
Air quotes accidentally.
Man, that video was great though. Like,
just they do really good work over there for their video stuff. But then, you know, they have a budget for that sort of thing now. So it's not like when you're just sitting at home in a room in your underwear painting something in 10 minutes.
No, you gotta wear
we're
pants.
recording a podcast.
Yeah.
You gotta wear pants, Dave.
Yeah, we meant to talk to you about that, Danny. This is a pantsless podcast. Get them off.
You know, I thought this was a safe space.
Yeah, it is. Get your pants off.
This isn't Warhammer Adventures. This is Warhammer Horror.
I think my outfit fits both of those genres just fine. Especially with Dave's narrative.
Yeah. I like that there was
Dave's short form narrative.
Never had any complaints. I think it was interesting that they're doing Heretic, Death Guard, and Thousand Sons separate. And they are separate. Well, Thousand Sons doesn't have their own book right now, right?
They do. They do. They
Yep.
play very differently as well, though, so I can kind of see that too.
Yeah, they have different like they have Zangor available, which normal chaos.
Do they?
don't
I
have.
mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm only by the names.
as
that they have said.
in a plastic model kit, they have Zangor.
and they have the Mutilith Vortex,
Yeah,
which is
It's
new
an
to this
AOS.
edition for 40K.
And they get the Zangor enlightened on the discs.
Yep.
Which are pretty cool too.
In plastic for Thousand
Right,
Sons.
right.
Yeah. That's right.
So as a probable list of models, some of those might be in there.
Yeah. I'm so stoked to.
Oh man, wouldn't it be so awesome when I don't have to edit out half the shit you say and we can just be hyped about it together?
I've only
not have to think about what we're saying.
I've only said one thing.
No, it's been like 7.
No.
He's been
Everything-
checking off on a sheet of paper over here.
Yeah,
Look
but
at the list.
but
Oh
I'll-
shit! It really has been 7.
except I can edit around it to make it seem like it's been 7.
Yeah.
You can say you can give any number you want, right? You can
Right.
say, "Oh man, Dave had it you 15 times."
Still less edits than Eisenhower.
Oh, that was such a good book.
Oh, it really was.
Oh man,
But yeah, we're very hyped for Kill Team. We're
Yeah.
excited to bring you Kill Team content. We will be filming battle reports. Our first few might not have beautifully painted models and scenery, but we really want to show off the awesome kit that comes in the box.
Yep. This kid is amazing.
Do arm exercises. This box is heavy. This kit is
This-
huge.
yeah.
The guy that brought it to me was visibly
Oiled,
sweating.
muscular.
No, he was like 100 years old.
Loincloth. Which makes the
What
muscular.
can Brown do for you?
He's already done it.
Yeah.
So your 100-year-old muscular UPS driver.
He was a custode. When he showed up and he said,
Oh, maybe
this,
he's retired.
Yeah.
This golden god.
That's what they do. They join
Right.
the mail system.
Yeah. The Imperial mail system, they become postmasters.
When they get called into the office, the guy's just like,
I would watch that Kevin Costner movie.
Ooh, the last
The
postman.
Last Postman.
I would be more afraid to be a Kevin James movie, actually.
Oh man. Oh.
Ooh.
There's our next skit right there. Is Kevin James is the mall custode.
Only it wouldn't be Paul Blart. It would be like 82 names.
Well, no, because he
Well,
wouldn't.
Paul and Blart would be one of the 82 names.
yeah. Paul and Blart, or
Right.
Blart and Paul.
Paulius Blart.
Paulius Blart.
Slayer of
Mall
the food court
custodes.
thief.
But he wouldn't have a lot of names because he'd be really
Consumer of
shitty
many
at his
pretzels.
job. He's
Rider
kicked out of
of
the
Rick-
Recoverer
Segway.
of the retainer from the urinal.
kicked out of the throne room for farting.
Of course he was.
He'd still have
Paulius.
still have a segue though, so it'd work out.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, right. It's a Dawn Eagle Segway.
Glorious golden segue.
Dawn Eagle jet segue.
Right.
All right.
Man.
I just let's
bring this home.
woo.
Woo.
I didn't mean to do that. That's trademark now, isn't it?
Great. Now
I mean-
Phil's gonna sue us.
Oh.
We'll just do it backwards, like ow.
There you go. That's the sound. That's the sound the Dark Angel makes.
This is when he supercharges
Yeah.
Azrael.
Well, you
because
always-
you're a pussy if you don't supercharge Azrael.
You're a
That's
pussy if
what
you
I
don't
heard.
supercharge everything.
Especially when you're playing at ATC. If you don't go balls to the wall.
Yeah, so is
Yeah, you
that this
gotta go.
weekend, right? Is ATC?
Yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, so the
ATC
ATC tournament is going to be a large ginger bearded gentleman there.
Yeah.
Glacial Geek Phil, you'll hear him by the ha woo coming from his table. If you play him, just tell him to supercharge Azrael every time.
His favorite thing is when you touch his beard.
Yes.
And let's not spread. Let's not
That's not a lie. But
We
tell
don't-
him he's a
we
pussy
don't
if he
need
doesn't
Phil-
overcharge Azrael.
Right. If he's
Yeah,
not overcharging
definitely.
Azrael while you're at his table, if you see him there, just
In fact,
just
if
call him a pussy.
If
Like,
he
I
doesn't
think that's a good
overcharge
idea.
anything, like if he doesn't say I'm going to overcharge the bolters, then just
It's Dark Angels. I'm pretty sure that's a rule. They can
Yeah,
overcharge.
they can
anything. Weapons of the Dark Age, right?
yeah.
You just gotta let him know. Ask him when he became such a competitive power gamer. Man, on that note, I guess I want to plug Phil's YouTube channel, which we've not done in a while, The Glacial Geek.
He's got way more subscribers than we do.
Way
In fact,
more.
it would be nice if he could plug ours.
No, because then he's going to get some bad press for sending people to really crappy things.
Right.
true?
I do want to say thank you, though, to we have a lot of listeners I've been seeing on Reddit and Facebook and other groups like that, like rapping us and saying we're a good thing to listen
Yeah.
to. I
Oh man,
don't,
did I miss somebody on Reddit saying we were a good thing to listen to?
I don't know why you're saying that, because, God, we're not, but we appreciate the shout out there.
yeah, we're not
Kinda
going to
let
insult your
know.
taste, right? I mean,
No,
like,
I mean, we're certainly not going to try and fill your
I'm not going to
fill
try
your
and-
ears with 40 dicks or no 40 cogs.
Well,
40
we
cogs.
might.
we might move
If
on
the
to-
price is right, I mean, we need a new sponsor apparently. So
Oh, yeah. So so that's been episode 80. We're going to be back sometime in the future for a special mini-sode.
we can tell you it's between now and the next episode.
Yes. And we'll be
Right.
talking some more about Kill Team then, or will we? Yeah,
Maybe.
Whatever.
Yes, probably.
Well, we'll have a mini-sode
God,
coming up with some Kill
I
Team
hope
stuff.
It's more Kill Team.
Yeah.
God, I hope so. And then after that, in a couple weeks, we'll be back with something else here. But yeah, for Mob Rules, I've been John,
I've been Dave.
I've been Danny.
and we'll see you next time.
Well, you'll hear us next time.
No, I'll see you.
That's creepy. Next time.